So it turns out that we are not in a recession after all. The GDP rose by 1.7% this quarter from a drop of 0.2% in March, which is the previous quarter. So the technical definition of a recession is 2 consecutive quarters of a GDP drop. If we look at the graph of the historical GDPs, we have not had 2 consecutive GDP drop since 2020. And the one before that is actually back in 2008-2009. The service industry is currently the largest contributor to this GDP increase. So the service industry itself is up by 2.7%, and the service industry itself accounts for around 2/3 of the economy. This is a graph that shows the increases in different sectors. So for accommodation and food, it's up by a massive 30%, which is significantly more than the previous month. Transport is up by around 20%, with arts and recreation up around 7%, and these are some of the biggest gainers. Now, overall inflation is likely to continue, so we had inflation for the last quarter at 7.3%, which also means that the rates will probably keep on increasing. Last time we had 50 basis points of rate increase, and it's highly likely that we'll get something similar as well this time. So the ASB economists forecasted the official cash rate to be around 4.25% around this time next year, which is a little bit higher than the previous estimate of around 4%. In other news, everyone can now rejoice because the New Zealand housing prices keep on dropping. So the housing price index has dropped by 1.3% this month in August. The largest drop of this month happened in Queenstown, where it's down by 6.2%, and also Wellington, where it's down by 3.6%. There's signs of the price drop slowing down in Auckland, which is down by 0.8% compared to 2.6% last month. Over a 1-year period, the Auckland housing price has dropped by around 10%, whereas Wellington has dropped by a massive 20%. Housing prices in Christchurch have been relatively stable over the past month. This is potentially due to the fact that prices in Christchurch might not have gained as much compared to the other major centres. Over the 1-year period, prices in Christchurch are still up by 4.7%. Looking at the chart for the housing price index, it's still in a definite downtrend, and it's looking to continue within the foreseeable future. For anyone that actually purchased a house within the past 2 years, I'm curious to see what you think about the current downtrend in prices, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the issue. For the next story, food prices keep on increasing, but Foodstuffs says that it's not their fault. So the food price is up 8.3% compared to August of 2021 and 1.1% higher compared to last month of July. Both restaurant prices and takeouts have both gone up, and so they've gone up by around 6.5%. Fruit and vegetable prices are up around 15% compared to August of 2021, which is a huge amount in just 1 year's time. Foodstuffs, which is one of the 2 main New Zealand supermarket chains, they have come out and said that it's not their fault because they're paying suppliers more. I mean, seriously, when is the government actually going to do something about it? At this stage, we can only hope that the Costco megastore, which is stated to open on the 28th of September, will bring in some healthy competition. There's been reports that suggested that their prices are going to be around 30% less than the average prices that you get. But they do run on a membership system, so you do have to get a membership in order to shop with them. Personally, I think that the main supermarkets should be very concerned about this increased competition. People are overall extremely fed up with high supermarket prices, and they're really primed for a change.